Conference basketball plays on News Radio 610 KONA. Streaming live at 610KONA.com. The News Radio 610 KONA app available for free in the Apple and Google Play stores and on Alexa. It's time for High School Hoops, presented by Farmers Exchange in historic downtown Kennewick. Sponsored in part by Golf Universe, Griggs Ace Hardware, Divots Indoor Golf, Britzman's Office Solutions, Firehouse Subs, and Zurop Orthodontic Care. Now to courtside and the Bunch Finnegan Appliances pregame show.
Michael McDonald, Don Manili at Richland High School, Art Dawald Gymnasium, as the Richland Bombers play host to the visiting Kamiakin Braves in boys basketball action in the Mid-Columbia Conference. Back at the Legends Casino 610 KONA studios, our producer is Lee Michael. Now, when we get the schedule, Don, we take a look at the premier matchups that we feel are going to happen, there are certain ones that you just circle on the calendar, and you hope that they turn out as good as you think they will. This is one of those matchups.
Yeah, this is one both these teams have been waiting for, and they both think that they got a shot at the #1 seed in the championship in the MCC, and rightfully so. They're both very good basketball teams, and Kamiakin, very senior leadership. Tyler Bilodeau, averaging 20-some points a game. Trey Arlen, those two names jump out at you. They got a great point guard in Nate Gray Jr., and the other brother to Tyler Bilodeau, Jacob Bilodeau, a little smaller, 6'3", 6'4", and then they start a sharpshooter in Peter Dress, sophomore kid about 6'5", and Richland. I mean, we talk about Richland, you got Twaze Gladney and Josh Woodard. Those two names just jump out at you. Just two great guards that can shoot and score from anywhere. They got a little size to them now. They got Luke Westerfield in there at 6'8", just a sophomore. Sam Howell, 6'5", and I don't expect Woodard to Westerfield to guard Bilodeau. I expect maybe Powell will, and they'll probably put Westerfield on the smaller Bilodeau and maybe not try and keep him around the paint. But both these teams like to run, and in Richland, they really want to run because they don't want to have to set up in a half court against Kamiakin's defense and bring Tyler Bilodeau into play in terms of blocking shots. They want to get out and run, get that three-point shot, get that 3-on-2, 4-on-3 type thing. And Kamiakin will do the same thing. Rebounds are going to be huge, and this just has a matchup of a great game.
You know, the one thing in talking to Earl Stroyford, head coach of the Richland boys basketball team, that kind of caught me off guard a little bit, they probably won't work very much inside the paint and the low post because they want to pull Tyler Bilodeau outside of the key.
Yeah, some teams like to go what they call 5 wide and not have a post player in there and make him come out and guard somebody on the perimeter that can shoot the three. Now that opens the paint up for cutters to come in and other guys to come in there and post up on smaller people and not have him impact the game in the key. So we'll see how that plays. Conversely, other teams might do that. Then they may zone. That way they can keep their big kid in. But, boy, you zone against either one of these teams, and you're taking your life in your hands because they can shoot it.
No question. And the other thing that Earl said that caught my ear was you've got to pick your poison when you play somebody like Kamiakin. Who do you want to take away offensively? Who are you going to focus on? And maybe who are you going to let have an opportunity?
Yeah, I think they're going to go off with some kids. I think they're going to not let Tyler Bilodeau work one-on-one in the paint. They may get off of Jacob Bilodeau and come inside. Maybe Brock Springen if he's in the game. Or who knows, they may send 4 guys at him early on just to make him give it up so he doesn't get, that'll be real interesting to see how that plays out.
Should be a fun one tonight as the Richland Bombers take on the visiting Kamiakin Braves. Art Dawald Gymnasium opened in December of 1963. So 59 years they've been playing basketball inside this gymnasium. The record for Richland at home, 317 wins, 62 losses over that time span. The series record against Kamiakin, 67 victories for Bombers, 45 for the Braves. We'll come back with more of our pregame show. The league report is next. Bunch Finnegan Appliance pregame show continues after this timeout.
Why would anybody buy a Toro mower in the middle of the winter? The Farmers Exchange Toro preseason sale is on.
numerical update, the league reports, checking out the standings in league play in the MCC. Richland Bombers at 6-0. Then you have Kamiakin at 5-0. Chiawana and Kennewick 3-2 records. 2-3 for Southridge. 1-3 for the Hanford Falcons. At 1-4, you have Walla Walla and Hermiston and Pasco at 0-4 on the season. Other games on the schedule tonight. Hermiston is at Chiawana. You have Southridge hosting Hanford, and Pasco on the road at the Lions Den to take on Kennewick. Starting lineups are on the way next on News Radio 610 KONA at 610KONA.com.
Hi, this is Michael McDonald, and I have an Invisalign smile thanks to...
Good evening, basketball fans, and welcome to Richland High School and Art Dawald Gymnasium, home of the Richland Bombers. Tonight, a big Pregame conference 4A matchup featuring the visiting Kamiakin Braves.
Availability and price. That's why you buy a lawnmower in the middle of the winter at Farmers Exchange in historic downtown Kennewick and mowerhome.com. Our starting lineup presented by Atomic Screen Printing and Embroidery. Starting tonight for Earl Streifert in his 24th season as the coach of the Richland Bombers boys basketball team. Starting as guard, 5'11", senior number 4, Plaze Gladney. At guard, 5'10", sophomore number 12, Joshua Woodard. At guard, 5'11", junior number 20, Jace Opolensky. At forward, 6'8", sophomore number 42, Luke Westerfield. And starting at forward, 6'5", senior number 44, Sam Cowell. In his 17th youth season, Brian Manili is head coach of the Kamiakin Braves boys basketball team. Starting for Kamiakin tonight at guard, 6'1", senior number 5, Nate Gray Jr. Starting at guard, 6'4", sophomore number 13, Peter Dress. At guard forward, 6'5", senior number 15, Jacob Bilodeau. At guard, 6'6", senior number 33, Trey Arlen. And
Close to 5,000 people, if not more, on hand here at Dawald Gym.
Number 2, 5'10", junior guard, Jace Winner. Number 3, 6'2", senior guard, Caden Bradshaw. Number 5, 6'1", junior guard, Brock Stroiford. Number 14, 6'3", sophomore guard, Jack Forbes. And number 22, 5'9", junior guard, Jordan Valencia. Now, fans, starting lineup for tonight's game. For the Braves, number 5, 6'1", senior guard, Nate Gray Jr. And the Bombers, number 4, 6' senior guard, Taze Gladney. The Braves, number 13, 6'4", sophomore guard, Peter Dress. And the Bombers, number 12, 5'10", sophomore guard, Josh Ritter. The Braves, number 15, 6'5", senior forward, Jacob Porter. And the Bombers, number 20, 5'11", junior guard, Jace Popolanski. Number 33, 6'6", senior guard, Trey Irvin. And the Bombers, number 42, 6'9", sophomore forward, Luke Westerfield. The Braves, number 35, 6'8", senior forward, Tyler Miller. And the Bombers, number 44, 6'5", senior forward, Sam Cowell. The Kamiakin Braves are coached by Brian Manili, and the Bombers are coached by Art Dawald. Let's have a good game, Bombers.
KONA.com on the News Radio 610 KONA app. Free in the Apple App Store or Google Play Store. And on Alexa. Now to the court for tonight's tip presented by Divots Indoor Golf.
Divots Indoor Golf. Play over 100 golf courses around the globe. Scottsdale, Pinehurst, Kapalua, pick 'em. Without going through TSA. Divots Golf Simulators in Richland, Walla Walla, and Moses Lake. Get details and book a tee time at DivotsIndoorGolf.com. What's amazing to me is seeing the crowds back, and we had both Chad Herron and Brian Manili talk about that after the matchup on Saturday night at Chihuahua High School. They are back, and they're cheering louder than ever.
It's awesome to have these fans back and see money in the stands.
We have a table that is set up, and it is shaking because the fans are jumping up and down. Opening tip is controlled by Kamiakin's Tyler Bilodeau in that center circle against Luke Westerfield. Outside to the three-pointer for Kamiakin. It is up, and it is good. And the Braves get 3 on the outside that time by Jacob Bilodeau.
And they didn't guard him. They double-teamed Bilodeau, and he hit it.
So they double-teamed twin brother Tyler on the inside, left Jacob wide open. Bomber shooting in the basket to your radio left. Out of the top of the key, it's Gladney. Passes left point. Gets it to Vopolinski. Vopolinski on the dribble, back to the top of the horn. They'll work it around the right side to Cowell. Back to the top of the lane. Gladney has it. Pull up jumper.
Good pace by the Bombers.
7:12 remaining first quarter. 3-2. Kamiakin on top. Jacob Villadil for a screened three. Right angle. No good. It goes out of bounds baseline.
Same situation. They didn't guard him. He pulled it again and missed it.
Braves lead it by 1. 7:05 remaining first quarter. Bombers inbound, coming out of backcourt. Gladney between the leg dribble over the Cyclops. Out between the circles. Passes over on the right wing to Westerfield. Check that, it's Cowell. I do that all the time. Very similar to Gladney. Gladney's going to come around the high screen to the left side of the lane and dump it off to Woodard. Back to Gladney. Back to Woodard at the top of the key for an open three.
Big job by Woodard getting going.
Averages 16 a game. Tyler Bilodeau, top of the lane. He'll shoot for the three. Got rim and off over the top of Cowell, who's defending him. Rebound loose in the lane. And it looks like we may have a loose ball foul.
Jacob Bilodeau.
So it will go on Jacob Bilodeau.
Both teams in man-to-man, and this team pressing.
Bring it up over the midcourt stripe. Working on the left wing. Woodard takes it baseline. Cut off by Gray. Back out on the wing to Westerfield. Westerfield on a bounce. Sends it to Vopolinski. Top of the key. To Woodard on the wing. Underneath the basket of Vopolinski. Back to Woodard cutting to the rim. Shot's going to be blocked by Jacob Bilodeau. Outside. Gladney picks it up for a three. No good, but a whistle and a foul on the loose ball.
It'll be on a Braves.
So Nate Gray Jr. will pick up his first, and that is the first team foul called against either squad. Inbounds pass to Vopolinski on the left wing. Guard-to-guard exchange with Woodard, and he'll back it out near the midcourt stripe. Back on the wing to Vopolinski. Top of the key. Bounce pass goes to Woodard. He'll take it down the lane and then send it back out to Vopolinski.
Nice shot. They went on Woodard hard. Left Vopolinski open. He nailed it.
8-3. Bombers lead at 5:30 remaining in the first quarter. Gray over the timeline. Right side to Arlen. Top of the key to Tyler Bilodeau. Sends it to Gray on the left wing. Left side open for a three. Bilodeau with the shot. Over the top of Westerfield. May have been partially deflected. Rebound comes down to Woodard. Takes it down the floor and ends up.
Yeah, great defense there by Kamiakin.
Good recovery for the Braves.
Now we'll see what Kamiakin does here if they're just going to let Jacob Bilodeau keep shooting. He's made one and missed his last two.
Over the timeline, just in the front court, Gray to Arlen on the right wing. High screen by Tyler Bilodeau. Shoots behind the screen for a three. It's not going to drop. And the rebound tip out goes to Woodard for the Bombers. Bombers into front court. And Woodard will slow it down near the midcourt stripe. Right side to Gladney. Gladney and a double team and a whistle and a foul on Kamiakin. This may go on Arlen.
Yeah, Richland runs that spot, which is a screen and roll shuffle on the wing. And tried to fight through it, got fouled.
That will be called on Peter Dress. That'll be his first.
We got Cal coming out of the game for Richland. Caden Bradshaw in.
And the Bombers inbound side court. A bounce pass goes to Westerfield over on the right side of the lane. Set it way out high to Gladney. Bombers lead it by 5. 4:30 remaining in the first quarter. Top of the key, Bradshaw. Sends it over on the left side of Westerfield. Underneath the basket. Woodard sneaking on the baseline. Gets the pass, but he underlaid it on the reverse. Rebound comes down to Kamiakin. Arlen in the front court to Bilodeau. Down on the baseline. That's Tyler. Outside the
Bilodeau's got all. Jacob's got all their points. 2 threes.
8-6. Braves back on defense and a quick shot up to the Bombers. That's no good. Tyler Bilodeau gets the rebound and he is fouled.
Yeah, they're going to jam him when he gets the rebound. And that time Caden Bradshaw got into him a little too hard and they called a foul.
Caden Bradshaw will pick up his first personal foul. Second team foul on the Bombers. 2 team fouls also on the Braves. Arlen, top of the lane, right side to Jacob Bilodeau. Top of the key to Tyler. Underneath the basket to Arlen. Rolls into a double team. Shot was blocked. May have been by Westerfield. The rebound comes down to Woodard for the Bombers. Great interior defense that time by Richland to take away that Arlen attempt. Woodard passes off top of the key to Westerfield. Working over on the right wing to Vopolinski. Vopolinski to Gladney. Gladney drives to the baseline, right side of the lane. Passes back out to the top of the key to Westerfield. On a bounce pass to Bradshaw on the baseline, left side of the lane. His 8-footer no good, but the rebound is tipped back out. And it goes right back to Bradshaw. Shoots from the left elbow, and it hangs on the rim, and it's no good. Braves get the rebound. Up in the front court to Brett. Shot no good, but Villano. Jacob right there for the putback. Bombers in the front court. Try an entry pass on the break to Gladney, but it goes over his head. It may have been tipped by the Braves.
TV timeout.
And I believe, is it going to be Richland ball when we come back? It will. We go to a media timeout. It's the game we hoped for, at least so far. It's tied up with 3:16 remaining in the first quarter. We take a 90-second timeout. Bombers 8, Braves 8.
Basketball fans, make Jordan a part of your game day experience. Swing by John Lake dressed in green and gold for any Bomber basketball game to get $3 off your favorite smoothie. It's just sure a great day to be a Bomber.
Remaining in the first quarter, tied up 8 apiece at Richland High. Bombers and Braves. Inbound pass for Richland. They're trying to hit Gladney, who came streaking up from about the free throw line to catch the ball, and the pass was off target and it goes out of bounds.
Yeah, Trey Arlen tried to deflect it a little bit and made the Bomber mishandle it.
So the Bombers turn it over, and the Braves bring it up in the front court. Arlen on the right side, and looks like Brock Springen's in for the lineup. And the pass intercepted by Gladney to the top of the key. Springen goes down, and we get a whistle and a foul on Brock Springen.
Yeah, good defense that time by Richland.
Braves pick up the third team foul. First personal, that is, on Brock Springen. Inbound out of backcourt, Bradshaw for the Bombers. On a bounce pass to Gladney. And Gladney brings it up over the midcourt stripe. Pulls up dribble, top of the key, sends it on the right side to Westerfield. Back out high to Bradshaw, around the left side of the lane now to Woodard. Woodard to the free throw line to Kell. Tried the entry pass, stolen by Nate Gray Jr. He'll lead the break the other way with a running one-hander. The teardrop goes in.
Here comes Richland on the break.
Bombers. Gladney, fade away, right side of the lane, about an 8-footer, no good. It bounced off the rim and a rebound to Tyler Bilodeau.
Gladney's got Trey Arlen guarding him.
Gray on the dribble drive inside the lane. He had nowhere to go. Came up against the defender, Westerfield, threw it back behind him, and it's stolen by Bradshaw, the Bombers.
I think Arlen actually got a piece of that because there is no spin on it and the winning anyway.
They have counted only for 2. It's 11-10 Bombers. By 1, Arlen on the right wing to Gray in the corner. Underneath the basket to Bilodeau. His first chance in the lane with a fadeaway. Down over the defender, Luke Westerfield.
He was double teamed too. Still made it.
12-11. Braves by 1. $1:50 remaining first quarter. Gladney, top of the key. To the right elbow for the jump shot for Vopolinski. It's off the rim, no good. Bomber shooting cold right now. Rebound Arlen for the Braves. To Springen, left side for a three.
Oh, All these kids on both teams can shoot the ball.
Into front court, Vopolenski gets the pass, bobbled it a little bit, and Gray's going to come up with it for the Bombers. Springen and Arlen were there defensively to cause that. Underneath on the baseline to Tyler Bilodeau, left side to Springen for a three. In and out, no good. And the rebound comes down to Luke Westerfield. Bombers have it. They need a bucket. Trailing 15-11. All the way to the left side glass. Josh Woodard underlaid it, and it's a rebound back over to Kamiakin. Gray to Springen. Springen into the paint. Back out to the top of the key to Tyler Bilodeau. To Arlen on the baseline. Outside to Dress for a three. It's no good. Rebound comes down, and it's Westerfield for the Bombers. Left side, Joshua Woodard for a three. In and out, no good, and the Bombers cold. But Gladney able to take the ball away from Dress on the rebound. Put back, no good, and Dress is going to tip the ball over to Nate Gray Jr.
All right, some great action up and down the court. Neither team scored. Kamiakin going to slow it down here.
Nate Gray Jr. over on the right side. Top of the key to Tyler Bilodeau, popping out of the high post to pick it up. Sends it over the left side to Dress. Back to Springen. Pass is going to go out of bounds. Dress missed the motion by Nate Gray Jr. and sent it the wrong direction out of bounds.
They're going to turn it back over. We got 21.9 seconds. Richland can play for one here.
So with 21.9 on the clock, Bombers trail 15-11. Braves fall back on defense. Inbounds pass goes to Woodard. Woodard over the midcourt stripe, guarded by Springen. High screen, set up top by Cowell. Woodard takes Springen into the lane, draws the foul. He was just working hard on Springen, finally draws the foul. Second on Brock Springen.
Yeah, 9.7 seconds left here, out of bounds under.
Non-shooting foul, and the Bombers will inbound left side of the basket. Woodard looking, need to get it in. Send it way into back court, and it will be picked up there by Brock Streupert. Streupert back into front court. High screen set by Cal. Send it left side to Gladney. Clock down to 1 second. Gladney's going to shoot a three. Banked it, and it rimmed out no good and almost went in. At the end of the first quarter, Kamiakin 15, Richland 11.
Hi, this is Charlie Gregg. It's time to be warm, cozy, and...
Featuring 610 KONA and 610KONA.com. Heading to the second quarter, Kamiakin Braves 15, Richland Bombers 11.
Well, it's pretty much what we expected here a little bit. Both teams not shooting quite as well as I think they would like to. They had some wide open looks and weren't able to rattle them down. But the story's been Jacob Bilodeau, the kid they left unguarded. He had scored their first 8 points. And Kamiakin's half-court defense really looked good. And I think Richland's half-court defense has also really been good. Most of the points that have been scored have been on loose ball type scenarios and transition. So we'll see which team can get the shots they want to get in the half court.
Jacob Bilodeau leading all scorers with 8, including 2 3-pointers. Joshua Woodard leading the Bombers with 6 points, both from behind the arc.
They're just taking Caden Bradshaw and putting him right in front of Bilodeau on the post and putting Westerfield behind him, and they're not guarding the other kid, which in this case is Jacob Springen. And he hit 1 3 and missed 2 other ones, so we'll see. A little technical difficulty out there with them.
Yes, with the TV timeout. Cameraman almost got back into. Gives us a chance to say thanks to some of our fine sponsors, including Griggs Department Store and Griggs Ace Hardware Stores, with 4 locations to serve you. All right, we are cleared for play. Second quarter action. Brock Streufert will stay in the game now for the Richland Bombers. Inbounds pass goes to Gladney. He'll jump it off over on the right side to Woodard. Woodard, dribble penetration to the free throw line. Take it left side.
And nice kick on the spot.
15-14. Bombers trail by 1. Braves with the ball. Fabian Hernandez in for the first time tonight for Kamiakin. Top of the key to Jacob Bilodeau. Bilodeau, that's his hot spot so far tonight. Both of his threes came from straight away. To Tyler Bilodeau on the baseline, way in the left corner. Back to Gray. Gray's going to go left elbow with the jump shot.
Well, he's the X factor for Kamiakin. That kid can really shoot it.
17-14. Back to a 3-point lead for Kamiakin. Right side, Woodard. Slip screen for Westerfield. They didn't hit the screen and roll, though. Instead, Woodard followed him, pulls up for the jumper, about a 14-footer, in and out, no good. Rebound comes down to Gray. Gray to Hernandez, in the lane to Jacob Bilodeau. His running one-hander didn't drop, and the rebound comes down, picked up by Caden Bradshaw, the Bombers.
Yeah, great look. Bilodeau just missed it.
Left side, Woodard. Woodard waiting for traffic to clear. It's into a double team and backs out a little bit towards the midcourt stripe. Send it on the left side to Bradshaw. Bradshaw tried to hit the cutter. Luke Westerfield on the screen and roll, but he wasn't looking for it. Hernandez picks up the loose ball for Kamiakin. Up to Nate Gray Jr. Pull-up jumper, left side of the lane. 10-footer, no good. Rebound in traffic. Luke Westerfield to the Bombers, brings it down. Up to Woodard. Woodard, right elbow extended. Backs it out near the midcourt stripe. Sends it right wing over to Gladney. Gladney looking, trying to get Westerfield on the baseline. Finally get him the ball. Turnaround jumper. Maybe an 11-footer, a little bit outside his range. In and out, no good. And the rebound comes down to Bilodeau, and he'll tip it over to Nate Gray Jr. Top of the key to Jacob Bilodeau. 3, in and out, no good. Gladney, big rebound, climbing the ladder to bring it down for the Bombers. Gladney on the baseline to Streufert. Rolls to the rim. Shot may have been partially blocked. I don't know. Came off the bottom of the rim. No good. Bilodeau tips it over for Kamiakin to his teammate, Nate Gray Jr.
Yeah, Fabian Hernandez got a piece of that.
So Hernandez with a partial block. Left elbow. It's Jacob Bilodeau. Two-handed flush, and he's fouled.
I got the Kamiakin faithful up.
That's worth the price of admission.
Just the old UCLA Sidney Wicks cut right there.
Haven't heard that name in a while.
Yeah, Richland taking a 30-second timeout.
Former Portland Trailblazer, yeah. Sidney Wicks. And we get a Griggs Ace Hardware timeout. We're back for free throws. Coming up, the foul, by the way, on Caden Bradshaw, his second for the Bombers. With 5:17 remaining in the first half, a 30-second timeout for Griggs Ace Hardware. Kamiakin 19, Richland 14. Remaining in the first half, and we head to the Tire Factory free throw line. Tyler Bilodeau for the and one. On the way, good. That after the foul when he was dunking that was called on Caden Bradshaw. 14 fouls on Kamiakin, 3 charged to the Bombers so far in this first half. Out on the right side, Woodard. To Vopolinski on the left wing. Back to Woodard. Top of the key for a 3. That was a little bit long distance. No good. And the rebound, Jacob Bilodeau for the Braves.
Yeah, but he had space to shoot it. He's a little upset he didn't make it.
Fabian Hernandez on the right side to Arlen. Arlen has been quiet. He's going to roll to the window. Overlaid it off the glass. No good. Rebound off the other side, and it comes down to Woodard. Woodard, left corner to Gray, to Vopolinski. Top of the key to Woodard. Underneath the basket to Westerfield. Westerfield shot no good. Bilodeau, Tyler recovered to get down defensively and help change that play.
Yeah, he really did. He fell down at the other end trying to get an offensive rebound and got back in time.
Braves have the ball into front court with Arlen around a high screen. Left side to Springen. Springen works it to Hernandez. Working left side of the paint. Top of the key to Jacob Bilodeau for the three. No good. And the rebound picked up by the Bombers, Brock Streufert. 20-14. Braves lead it. 4:18 remaining in this first half. Right side, Woodard.
A lot of missed threes, but Streufert would say the kids are shooting them. We want them to shoot them.
Working top of the key to Vopolinski, and the open spot for the three, and it rimmed out, no good. Another great look. Tyler Bilodeau, rebound for Kamiakin. Up over the midcourt stripe, Hernandez. Working left side to Springen. Springen to Arlen at the top of the lane. On the right wing to Hernandez. Hernandez passes down on the baseline to Arlen, and he'll back it up on the dribble of the wing. Left side to Jacob Bilodeau. He's open for the three, and it's going to rim out no good. A lot of frustrated shooters out there because nothing's dropping. Rebound comes down to Woodard for the Bombers. Woodard scoops it across the lane to Bradshaw. His shot was blocked underneath the basket by Jacob Bilodeau. Rebound comes down to Fabian Hernandez. Up to Springen. To Tyler Bilodeau. To Jacob Bilodeau. Moves down the lane, lays it up and in.
And finally, Kamiakin took the ball to the basket instead of settling for threes.
10 points on the night for Jacob Bilodeau. Big number 15. Twin brother of number 35, Tyler Bilodeau of Kamiakin. On the left side, Gladney. Gladney trying to take Arlen on the dribbles on the baseline, but Arlen cut him off, so he'll work it over on the right wing to Streufert. Guard-to-guard exchange to Woodard. Woodard, pull-up jumper, right elbow extend with 2 seconds on the shot clock. No good. Ball out of bounds, baseline, off Kamiakin. I'm not sure how that happened. And we get a timeout, and we will step aside. Brick's Ace Hardware timeout is on the way. Special thanks to our friends at Sun Pacific Energy and your locally owned and operated Shell Sun Market stores. They're in your neighborhood. Stop in and see the difference. They're in Benton City, Burbank, Horn Rapids, and Richland, and in Kennewick at 27th and Olympia, and at Clearwater and Interstate 82. KONA, 610KONA.com, checking out the league scoreboard and other action in the Mid-Columbia Conference. Kennewick 16, Pasco 10 at the end of the first quarter. 22-14, Bombers trail at home to Kamiakin here in the second quarter. Bombers inbound in front court, and the pass goes into Westerfield. They'll send it out near the midcourt stripe to Woodard. Woodard on the right side. Passes to Vopolinski. Guard-to-guard exchange with Bradshaw. To Gladney. Pull-up jumper at the free throw line. No good. May have rushed that one a little bit. Good defense by Kamiakin again, and another Braves rebound in the lane.
Trey Arlen's guarding him, and his length is just a little bit not used to playing against a kid that tall.
Left elbow, it's Jacob Bilodeau to the right side to Arlen, underneath the basket to Tyler Bilodeau. Tried the hook shot, and he's bumped. We get a whistle and a foul on Richland, and Earl Streifert is off the bench, not liking the call, not very fond of that call.
Well, that's part of his game plan, is they're going to rough up Bilodeau, and he's going to stay on the officials every time they call a foul and say that was not a foul. And that's it's a great coaching on his part, because he's got to get in there and get after him, or he's going to get a 35.
First free throw at the Tire Factory free throw line is good. Second one, front rim and off for Tyler Bilodeau. 23-14. It's a 9-point Kamiakin lead. Bombers into front court. Gladney into the lane. Good.
Transition offense that time. Kamiakin didn't get back.
23-17. Bombers trail. Braves with the ball. Left side dress to Bilodeau in the corner. Nobody on him. Shoots the three. No good. Rebound Westerfield for the Bombers. Westerfield up to Woodard. He'll shoot the three. Left angle. Side rim and off. Rebound. Gladney hunts it down on the baseline. Keeps it alive for Richland. Minute 32 remaining in the first half. Gladney gives it up to Westerfield on the baseline. Back out high. Top of the key to Mopolenski around the right side of the horn. Dish it off to Gladney. Gladney's going to drive inside on Arlen and draw the foul.
That's good thinking there by Toise Gladney. He's struggling with his outside shot and also having trouble getting a good look. Until that time, he just put his shoulder down and went to the hole and drew the foul.
So we go back to the grid. Excuse me, the Tire Factory free throw line, and the first shot is good for Gladney. His first at the Tire Factory free throw line tonight. 5 team fouls on Kamiakin, 4 on the Bombers, with a minute 18 remaining in the second quarter.
Been a good, well-officiated game so far.
Well-played game.
Yeah.
Free throw no good. Made the first, missed the second. And the Braves get the rebound and bring it up into front court. Leading by 5. Gray, top of the key to Tyler Bilodeau. Tried to get it to Dress, the cutter, instead to Arlen, and Arlen's going to kind of back down the lane a little bit, put up a scoop shot, no good, gets the rebound, gets the putback, gets fouled, he'll go to the line.
That's what Trey Arlen has to do, is just has to do the same thing that Toise Gladney did on the last play, is kind of just put his head down a little bit and get into the lane. And the advantage Arlen has is 6'6", so when he jumps up there, he jumps over the top of everybody.
Westerfield picks up number 2. Tire Factory free throw line. Arlen makes it. So the Bombers will inbound with 58.8 seconds remaining in the first half, trailing now by 8.
Westerfield out of the game. Cowell back in his place. He's got 2 fouls.
Inbounds pass to Woodard, and he'll bring it up over the Cyclops to the midcourt stripe. Picked up there by Gray. Both teams have been in a man-to-man. Gladney gets it. Low post left. Working against Arlen. Backs it out. Top of the key to Bradshaw. Around to Cowell. To the free throw line to Gladney. And Gladney's going to take it into the paint. Pulls up dribble. Hands off behind him to Cowell. Cowell will shoot from the right elbow. Extended, no good, but chase down the rebound. And the Bombers get it back to Woodard. Inside with the left hand and lay it up and in. Great play by Woodard.
Boy, it's a great tough shot Woodard made. 19 seconds left.
Into front court, Gray, guarded by Woodard at the top of the key, extended. Give it up to Arlen on the right wing. Arlen around the Bilodeau screen to the free throw line. Springen's open, right side for the 3, no good. Rebound Dress into the lane. Putback wouldn't drop at the horn. The rebound comes down to Kamiakin, and they do not score at the end of the second quarter. We take a Griggs Ace Hardware timeout. With the score, Kamiakin Braves 26, Richland Bombers 20. Hey there, Jer, what's shaking?
Oh, nothing.
Now, basketball fans, please welcome the RHS Gold Rush Dance Team.
Hey yo, look like I'm going for a swim. Up on him now, swinging up the rim. Jay coming up the bench, but gang got the hammer in the ring. Hey yo, I been on, she been on, Bentley tints on, Fendi prints on. I mean I been on, X-Men been on. He keep on telling Nicky like the prints on. Now I'm about to turn around and beat my chest. Just
Radio
King Kong,
610
yes, it's
KONA.
King Kong.
Streaming live at 610KONA.com. On the News Radio 610 KONA app, free in the Apple App Store and Google Play Store, and on Alexa.
Michael McDonald alongside Don Neely at Art Dawald Gymnasium, Richland High School. The Bombers trail the Kamiakin Braves 26-20. In girls play earlier, it was Richland defeating Kamiakin 74-48. So halftime score 26-20. At the end of one, it was Kamiakin 15, Richland 11. Not much change. It was nearly a duplicate second quarter.
Yeah, it's neither team shot the ball real well, but some of the kids that are taking the shots, particularly for Kamiakin, are kids that don't take a lot of shots, and you got to give credit to Richland's defense. They're double teaming Bilodeau inside, and they're guarding Trey Arlen real well. And up to this point, Tyler Bilodeau's only taken 3 shots, and he's got 6 points with a free throw in there. Trey Arlen's taken 7 shots, only made 1 of them, and for 3 points. Jacob Bilodeau has taken 11 shots. A kid that doesn't score a lot of points. He's 4 out of 11. Team, they're 10 for 29, 3 out of 15 from three-point land, and they shot 4 free throws and made 3. Richland has taken 27 shots compared to 29 for Kamiakin. They made 7, and they're shooting 26%. Kamiakin 34%. Neither one real good. 3-point, they're 5 for 13. Woodard 2 out of 7. He's a kid they want to have shooting the ball. Gladney has only had 1 shot. He's 0 for 1. And free throws, they're 1 for 2. Rebounds are pretty close. 20 for Kamiakin, 19 for Richland. So now the coach has got to go back in there and say, okay, what have they been doing to us in the first half? What are we going to do different? And Kamiakin's got to figure out if they're going to continue to let these kids that are unguarded shoot the ball, or if they're going to try and run some stuff and try and get their kids that they really want to have shoot it. And you want everybody to contribute and do those kinds of things. At the same token, you want to try and get your best kids a lot of shots or some decent shots in the game. And I thought both teams really played good defense. The height of Kamiakin has bothered some of the three-point shots of Richland. And Kamiakin's done a good job in transition of not giving up shots, although they did give one up there late to a 3 in the corner by Bradshaw. And it's kind of been what it's been. A little disappointed on how they haven't shot the ball as well, but I think a lot of that is nerve. They've been thinking about this game all day long.
Yeah, and you have to credit the opposition's defense, too, because they're taking you out of what you really want to do and how you do it week in, week out. This is just a different game. They're playing it completely differently than they would like to.
Both these are outstanding coaches. They're trying to take away the strengths of the other team and try and neutralize it, and it's been pretty successful on both sides so far. We'll see what adjustments are made and see which kid steps up and start making shots, and that's what it's all about.
Yeah, the other X factor in this would be anybody in foul trouble. Answer, not really yet. Kate Bradshaw for the Bombers with 2. Luke Westerfield has 2. He's the 6'8" youngster and has that unenviable task of guarding the bigs for Kamiakin, so he has to be out in that game. On the other side, Brock Springen, the only Kamiakin Brave player that has 2 fouls. Checking the league scoreboard at the half, Kennewick leading Pasco 33-19. The only other score that we have to pass along so far. Checking out our halftime fast stats, it's Jacob Bilodeau with 10 points, leading all scorers. 6 so far for Tyler Bilodeau. And then you've got 5 for Nate Gray Jr., 3 for Brock Springen, and 3 for Trey Arlen. As a team, 10 points in the paint, for Kamiakin and 3 for 4 at the Tire Factory free throw line. On the other side, Josh Woodard with 8 points, including a couple of three-pointers. Then you have 3 apiece for both Malinsky, Stroyford, Gladney, and Bradshaw. As a team, the Bombers only 2 points in the paint and 1 for 2 at the Tire Factory free throw line. We pause for news and weather together from the Legends Casino 610 KONA studios. Coming up next at the half at Richland High School, it's the Bombers trailing Kamiakin 26-20. Why? Currently 35 degrees at the Pasco Tri-Cities Airport, but it's much warmer inside Art Dawald as we get back to third quarter action. Special thanks on our halftime show to UA Local 598 plumbers and steam fitters for HVAC and plumbing careers. Build your new future with Local 598. Get details at www.ua598.org. Bombers trail 26-20. Kamiakin with the ball. Now shooting the basket to your radio left as we start third quarter play. Inbounds pass to Arlen. Over on the right wing. To the top of the key to Jacob Bilodeau. Little left angle three-pointer. No good. Gets his own rebound, and he is fouled by Luke Westerfield. The third on Westerfield.
Yeah, it's 3 on Westerfield.
That is a big foul against Kamiakin at this stage of the game. Much too early in the third quarter for him to get a foul. Inbounds pass goes to Arlen. Outside to Dress. Down on the baseline, Arlen takes it into the rim, and he is fouled by Caden Bradshaw. So a couple of quick fouls here on the Bombers. That is number 3 on Bradshaw.
As Trey Arlen got the ball in the inbounds and just took it to the basket. Just trying to use his height, post up.
Tire Factory free throw line. Arlen free throw, no good. Arlen with 4 points. Now 1 for 2 at the Tire Factory free throw line. Second free throw, nothing but net. Braves 27, Bombers 20. 7:34 remaining in the third quarter. On the right side, Woodard. Top of the key to Bopolinski. Around the left wing to Bradshaw, shooting the three. Great!
And they left Bradshaw open a little bit. He didn't shoot. That time he nailed it. Good shot.
His second three-pointer, now 6 on the night. 27-23, Braves by 4. High screen by Tyler Bilodeau. Gray, pull-up jumper, free throw line. Off the iron, no good. Rebound, Westerfield in the game with 3 fouls. Passes it off to Bopolinski. Down in the right corner, Bradshaw for a 3. Off the front iron. Long rebound. Gladney keeps it alive for Richland. Gladney.
Good offensive board there.
On the right side. Takes it to the baseline. Hits the cutter coming through the lane. Bopolinski shot no good because Tyler Bilodeau may have disrupted that play.
Yeah, he was going to check it. Timeout here, 30 for Kamiakin.
So we take a Griggs timeout. With 6:43 remaining in the third quarter, it's a 30-second Griggs Ace Hardware timeout. Kamiakin 27, Richland 23. News Radio 610 KONA, Kennewick, Richland, Pasco. 27-23, Bombers trail.
We were just talking off the air, Al. Neither one of these teams seemed to have the energy they played with that first half, but I'm sure they'll get it back.
Sometimes intermission doesn't happen at the right time. On the right side, Arlen, round the high screen by Tyler Bilodeau. To Jacob Bilodeau, top of the lane, left side to Gray. Gray works around that Jacob Bilodeau screen to the free throw line with a little fade away, no good. Rebound, tip on the baseline, comes back to Jacob Bilodeau, muscles it in over Westerfield and gets the bucket.
Good job on the board.
Westerfield couldn't really challenge with 3 fouls. On the other end, ball out of bounds. Last touch by Kamiakin and a foul on the Braves. This one will go on Jacob Bilodeau, his first.
Yeah, Gladney just trying to get to the rim and didn't have much of a shot. Kind of jumped into Bilodeau and earned the foul.
So back to the Tire Factory free throw line. Gladney, free throw good. Gladney now with 4 points on the night, including 2 for 3 at the Tire Factory free throw line.
Both teams in man-to-man still. Half court, neither one's pressing.
Gladney's second free throw good.
Little press there by Richland.
Bombers throwing a full court trap in as the ball goes up to Arlen. Back to Nate Gray Jr. Breaks the timeline. Takes it over to the right wing. Back around the top of the key. Left side to Jacob Bilodeau. To Arlen. Arlen on that left side of the lane. Top of the key to Tyler Bilodeau. To Gray. Gray around the high screen. Kick over to Jacob Bilodeau for the 3. In and out and back in.
And they left him unguarded. That time he made it. Jacob Bilodeau for 3.
32-25. 7-point lead for Kamiakin. 5:40 remaining third quarter. Out between the circles, Gladney. Right side to Bradshaw. Bradshaw to Woodard, to Vopolenski. Wanted the three behind his teammate's screen. Bradshaw had the screen. Instead, over to Gladney. Down on the baseline. Give it up to Westerfield. Westerfield works around Bilodeau to the window, but the lay-in's no good. Long rebound kick out to Bradshaw for a three. No. Gladney keeps it alive. Gladney back to Woodard for three. Yes!
Great job on the boards by Richland. They had about 3 or 4 shots in that possession.
32-28. It's a 4-point Kamiakin lead. Braves with the ball. Gray. High screen by Tyler Bilodeau. Left side to Jacob Bilodeau. On the exchange to Arlen. Arlen's going to take it down the lane, lean into the window, but overlaid it on the other side. Jacob Bilodeau gets the ball and lays it in.
That's the problem when you don't guard him, is he's wide open to go rebound the ball. He doesn't get blocked off.
34-28 Braves. 4:41 remaining third. Woodard on the baseline to Gladney. Gladney between the leg dribble. Now the entry pass goes in to Westerfield. Ball tipped away by Tyler Bilodeau, and it's loose on the floor, and we get a foul on Kamiakin. This may go on Dress.
Yeah, it's going to be Peter Dress trying to reach in and get the ball.
So Peter Dress will pick up number 2. And Dress may check out. No, Nate Gray Jr. will check out. And into the lineup, Fabian Hernandez. Springen's going to come in. And Dress will check out. 6-point Kamiakin lead with 4.5 minutes remaining in the third. Left side, Woodard. Entry pass to the free throw line. Vopolenski. Right side to Bradshaw. Over Springer for three.
Boy, Bradshaw's hot. Just elevated and shot it right over the top of him.
Got 9 points. 3 3-pointers in the matchup. Hernandez in the front court against Woodard. Into a double team. Comes around the high screen by Tyler Bilodeau to Jacob Bilodeau. Back on the right side, Hernandez for the threes. Wide open. It's in and out. No good. Tyler Bilodeau lets down the rebound on the baseline. Keeps it alive for Kamiakin. Tyler into the lane. Will back away for the fadeaway jumper. Tough shot. A 15-footer. It's no good. Rebound out of bounds off of the Richland Bombers. No question it was off Richland. Joshua Woodard touched it last on the floor.
Yeah, I think that was a good call.
Bombers obviously not happy with that call.
Boy, Richland's really playing great defense now. They're really getting into people.
It's a 3-point Braves lead. Inbound pass to Arlen. He almost mishandled it. Down on the baseline to Jacob Bilodeau. Back on the wing to Hernandez. And Hernandez on the right side of the lane. Works around that Tyler Bilodeau screen. Into the paint. Back outside. They'll work it to Springen left side for 3. Good! Second 3 of the contest for Brock Springen.
I think they're going to get a foul on Richland here with the basket being good.
So the basket is going to count. Jace Vopolenski was down on the floor and must have gotten tangled up. He gets called for a foul for Richland. Must have been tangled up with one of the Braves.
TV timeout.
And now we get a timeout here. And Earl Streiferd's talking to the officials about that call. Not thrilled. It will be Braves basketball when we return. This will be a 90-second Griggs Ace Hardware timeout with 3:40 remaining in the third. Kamiakin 37, Richland 31.
Tired of sitting on your lazy stuff because Mother Nature doesn't want you out golfing and...
after the foul that was called on Richland's Jace Bobolensky after the three-point bucket. It goes right back to Kamiakin. Inbounds pass goes to Springen. Top of the key to Nate Gray Jr. Over on the right side to Arlen. Arlen around that Bilodeau screen to the right elbow. Pull-up jumper.
Well, that's what he can do. That mid-range jumper he's really good at.
39-31. Bombers down by 8. Right side, Gladney almost had it stolen by Arlen. Into a double-team whistle foul. Kamiakin. Could be Hernandez. Could be Springen.
I think it's going to be Hernandez. It's like 3 team fouls on each team.
Foul will go on Brock Springen, his third. Team foul number 3 on Kamiakin. 3 also on the Bombers. Inbounds pass to Westerfield, playing with 3 personal fouls. To Woodard, way out high. Woodard to the top of the key. Bilodeau almost ran into him. Woodard's going to shoot the 3, in and out, no good. Westerfield the rebound, right under the basket. Putback, no good. Another opportunity for Gladney on a putback, and a wooden drop, and a whistle and a foul on the Bombers.
Boy, Westerfield had a point-blank one that he missed, and it came down to Bradshaw, and then Arlen checked it and got the ball back, and then they fouled him.
So Gladney picks up his first foul. Team foul number 4 on the Bombers. 39-31. Richland down by 8 with 2:57 remaining in the third. Springen, left angle. Right side to Bilodeau. He's going to spot for the 3. Right up. Tyler Bilodeau.
Well, he can shoot it out there. There's no question about it.
9 points on the evening. Way out high, Bradshaw. Around the right side of Bobolensky. Top of the key to Gladney. Gladney on the dribble. Takes it inside around Arlen. Shot partially blocked. No whistle, no foul. Arlen the rebound. Breakaway to Springen. His layup won't drop. Rebound loose. Baseline. Out of bounds. Kamiakin ball.
Yeah, I don't think the ref had a clue on that one, and I don't think the other ones did either. I think that was Richland ball, but I thought the other one was Kamiakin's ball, and they gave it to Richland, so I guess it evened out.
So Tyler Bilodeau is going to check out of the lineup for the first time in our matchup. Brock Springen will inbound. Baseline, right side of the bucket. To Arlen, baseline jumper. May have been partially blocked, no good. Rebound comes down to Westerfield. Outlet pass to Woodard. Laid it up and in. May have been fouled, but no whistle.
Nobody back on defense on their out-of-bounds play.
42-33. Richland trails. 2 minutes. 2 minutes remaining here in the third quarter. Hernandez. Top of the key to Jacob Bilodeau. To Gray. Gray on the left side to Springen. Shot clock at 13. To Arlen. To the cutter, Hernandez. Backing in on Gladney. Puts up the shot. It rimmed out, no good. But the rebound is saved by Nate Gray Jr. And the Braves reset on offense.
And they're going to run some clock, particularly with Tyler Bilodeau getting a rest here.
Out high. Nate Gray Jr. Right side to Arlen. Arlen around the Jacob Bilodeau screen. Thought about the screen and roll, but didn't get the pass. Instead, it's a pass in the corner to Springen for a 3. Over the rim, no good. Rebound comes down. Bradshaw picks it up for the Bombers. To Woodard. Woodard up in the front court on the left side. Takes it on the dribble. All the way to the right side glass. No good, but a whistle and a foul on Hernandez.
Well, you see the lack of presence of Tyler Bilodeau being in there. How that lane opens up and those kids can get to the rim.
So, just like that, Tyler Bilodeau is back up off the bench.
Looks like Richland's taking a 30.
And we get a timeout here. It's a Griggs Ace Hardware timeout with 1:20 remaining to be played in the third quarter. 30-second timeout. Braves 42, Bombers 33.
Hi, this is Charlie Gregg. It's
of tonight's contest, the Zuroff Orthodontics player of the game. All smiles for the Zuroff Orthodontics player of the game. 1:20 remaining third quarter. Kamiakin 42, Richland 33. To the Tire Factory free throw line, and Woodard shooting 2.
Yeah, we have Tyler Bilodeau back in the game now with Arlen and Nate Gray Jr. and Fabian and Jacob Bilodeau. But Brock Stroifert.
Second free throw good. Made them both. Tire Factory free throw line getting busier as we move through the evening. 7-point Braves lead. Minute 13 remaining in the third quarter. Out on the right side, Hernandez. Really nice crossover dribble move to get to the rim, but layup wouldn't go. Gets his own rebound. That wouldn't go. But on the other side, Jacob Bilodeau tips it up and in.
Boy, Bilodeau's done a nice job on the offensive glass.
44-35. Back to a 9-point lead for the Braves. Into the lane, Woodard. Whistle, foul, Hernandez. Woodard is really working hard on that dribble penetration to draw the contact.
Yeah. Woodard did a nice job of putting his head down and going to the basket, but he kind of did that NBA hook and took his left arm out and created space. And Brian Manili was trying to alert the referee, and the ref wasn't really wanting to listen to him.
First shot good at the Tire Factory free throw line for Woodard.
Got 5 fouls on the Braves, 4 on the Bombers.
Second free throw good. Made them both.
Comes a little press here by Richland.
9 in the quarter, 17 in the game now for Josh Woodard for the Bombers. Tyler Bilodeau to Jacob on the left side. They'll work it back out to the top of the lane to Nate Gray Jr. Back to Tyler for the 3. Yes! Tyler Bilodeau down.
They went zone, and he just popped out from the high post and hit the 3.
47-37. Braves lead. 29 seconds remaining, third. Gladney out on the right side. Takes it down the lane into a double team. Does a little spin dribble move. Blunderlaid it. Rebound Arlen. Arlen up to Hernandez.
That was all Trey Arlen's defense on that one.
Hernandez gives it back to Gray.
12 seconds.
Gray almost lost the ball to Woodard. Gets around Woodard. Left side to Jacob Bilodeau. Shot partially blocked. May have been by Westerfield. Rebound loose on the floor. Gladney picks it up. Scoots it ahead to Woodard. Spots for a 3 at the horn. No good. Oh, it was right on line, but it hopped out of the hopper. At the end of the fourth quarter, Kamiakin Braves 47, Richland Bombers 30.
47. Braves 47.
Heading to the fourth and final frame, Richland at home, trailing to Kamiakin 47-37 with 8 minutes on the clock.
Yeah, I think, boy, I thought Josh Woodard hit that 3 right there. That would have been huge for Richland. He knocks that 3 down. And kind of the story of that third quarter might have been Tyler Bilodeau knocking down those 2 threes out there on the perimeter, giving them some shots. The rest of the kids not really scoring. A lot of the points came from Jacob Bilodeau on 2 or 3 offensive rebounds inside.
9 points in the quarter for Jacob Bilodeau. He's got 19 in the game. Similar story for Woodard. Ended up with 9 in the quarter, 17 in the game.
We got Woodard and Westerfield and Gladney and Vopolinski and Bradshaw. And Kamiakin's going to have both Bilodeaus, Peter Dress, Nate Gray Jr., and Fabian Hernandez.
Fourth and final frame.
Trey Arlen taking a break. I'm sure Gladney's going to like the looks of that.
Can the Bombers make the run at Art Dawald? Inbounds pass for Richland goes in backcourt to Gladney. Gladney up over the timeline, guarded by Hernandez. Dishes off right side to Woodard. Top of the key to Bradshaw. Left side to Bobulinski. Back to Woodard. Pull-up jumper, left elbow blocked. Nate Gray Jr. was there. Peter Dress was there. I think it was Nate Gray Jr.
Yeah, Nate Gray Jr. just really good defender. 16 on the shot clock, plenty of time.
Bombers inbound across the way. In the lane, it goes to Gladney. A little off balance. Gets it to Westerfield at the free throw line. Jump shot wouldn't go. Rebound Gladney in traffic on the low right block. Gladney passes or takes it back to the top of the key. And they'll work it over the right wing over to Bradshaw. Popping out high post. Westerfield picks it up top of the lane on the exchange to Woodard. Shot clock at 13, and we get a whistle and a foul away from the ball.
I think it's going to be on Peter Dress on a hold.
So Dress gets called for his third personal foul.
That's 6.
Team foul number 6 now on the Braves.
4 on Richland.
Tyler Bilodeau will come back in. Hernandez will check out.
Got Trey Arlen back in. Oh, Trey almost stole it.
Arlen nearly stole that basketball, but it goes out of bounds off of Kamiakin. Kind of a lazy inbound pass.
Yeah.
Side court, across the court from our broadcast location.
Kamiakin man-to-man.
10-point lead for the Braves. Twaze Gladney out at the top of the key. Left side to Bradshaw. Bradshaw down the lane, off the window, too strong. Arlen, oh, check that. Tyler Bilodeau, the rebound.
They'll set play for a backdoor 3, and then just wasn't able to get it.
On the right side, Nate Gray Jr. working around the left side to Arlen. Arlen's going to take Gladney on the dribble and a pull-up jumper. 8-footer in and out, almost back in. Rebound. Wow, Joshua Woodard out of nowhere gets that loose ball. Woodard,
transition.
right side of Bobulinski for a 3. Off the bracket, no good. Another rebound for Tyler Bilodeau. Up to Nate Gray Jr. Long pass to Arlen into front court. Lays it up and in gently.
Boy, nice pass by Nate Gray Jr. up ahead.
12-point Braves lead. Top of the key, Bradshaw. Bombers need a basket desperately. A 3 would be great. On the drive inside. Shot by Bobulinski is rejected by Jacob Bilodeau.
Boy, that was a great check.
All ball.
Never got off his hands. It's about...
Well, it seemed like you could count to 3. That's how long that block lasted. 3 seconds. All right, so Bobulinski to Gladney. On the right side, over to Woodard. Hernandez on Woodard. Shot clock at 4. Need to get up a shot. Gladney around a high screen. Shot clock at 1. They will not get the shot off.
That's great defense by the Kamiakin Braves right there. Got a shot clock violation.
Just not aware of how deep into the clock they were at that inbound.
And they just couldn't get a shot. It was just great D.
12-point Braves lead, and they can expand on that with 5:50 remaining to be played. Left side, Jacob Bilodeau to Arlen. Top of the lane, Tyler Bilodeau picks it up, and he passed it off on the right wing, and no one was there. Nate Gray Jr. has moved towards the hoop. Unforced error on Kamiakin, and the Bombers get the ball.
And Nate Gray Jr. was going back door, and Bilodeau didn't know it.
Gladney up over the timeline. Sends it near side to Bradshaw. And they'll work it to Bobulinski on the wing. And he'll back it out on the dribble to the top of the key. Back to Woodard on the right wing. Out high to Bradshaw. Waits for the defender to clear. Another defender comes in on him. Tries to scoop pass it in the lane. It's tipped by Tyler Bilodeau and picked up by Nate Gray Jr. Ahead to Arlen, and he lays it up and in, and he's fouled.
I tell you, Kamiakin's defense is really starting to frustrate Richland Bombers in the half court. They got that little turnover, and they kind of put their heads down, and the Bombers took off running, and Trey Arlen out in front. Got fouled, made a great, tough layup.
Bobulinski will pick up his second, and we head back to the Griggs free throw line for 1 for Trey Arlen. But first, a Griggs timeout. This will be a full 1-minute timeout with 5:19 remaining to be played. Kamiakin 51, Richland 37. 5:19 remain to be played. Kamiakin 51, Richland 37.
Yeah, the way the key in this fourth quarter has been the half-court defense of the Kamiakin Braves and just locking down Richland. But I'll tell you what, Richland's got a lot of guns. They're not going anywhere. They're going to make a run at this.
Free throw, good. Arlen, the and one at the Griggs, after the Griggs timeout. On the right side, work it over to Woodard. On the baseline to Westerfield. Back out high to Bradshaw. Left elbow jumper, in and out, no good. And the Bombers just cannot get anything to drop.
That's good offense that time, just couldn't make the shot.
Nate Gray Jr. over to the right side. High screen by Bilodeau. Pass up to Jacob Bilodeau. Left elbow extended to Arlen. Arlen loops into the lane with the right hand, lays it up and in. Oh, it hangs on the rim, no good. Gets the rebound, fouled on the putback. Foul will go on Westerfield, his fourth.
That's just Trey Arlen doing what Trey Arlen does late in the games, is just take his man. He's pretty upset that he missed that first basket in there in traffic, but I'll tell you what, he got it back and went back up again and got fouled.
Don't forget, Zoroff Orthodontics Player of the Game coming up in our Shell Sun Market postgame show. First free throw, no good. Back to the Tire Factory free throw line for one more. On the way, no good. Missed them both. Rebound comes down to Gladney. Gladney off to the races. Pass up on the right side baseline. Pass goes to Bradshaw. Shot blocked on the baseline. Wow.
Yeah, that looked pretty clean.
Oh, we get a foul. I'm surprised. That will go undressed on what I thought was a clean block.
Yeah,
So Bradshaw will go to the line and shoot two at the Tire Factory free throw line. Good. That's the first point in the fourth quarter for the Bombers.
Well, the free throw line's going to be their friend.
3 minutes and 24 seconds. The Bombers didn't score. Bradshaw. Second free throw. Tire Factory free throw line. Good.
Comes a little press. Not really. Just man-to-man.
Nate Gray Jr. over the midcourt stripe to the right wing. Again, Bilodeau with that high screen to Jacob on the left side. Back to Tyler, backing in the lane. Gets free to the glass, lays it up left window.
He's been open on that screen and roll. On the roll part, they just haven't looked at him.
12 points on the night. Tyler Bilodeau. Pass intercepted. Arlen takes it away. Arlen sizes up the two-handed flush. Slam dunk. Bombers, Woodard. Over on the right side to Bradshaw. To Mopolinski, hanging three, iron, that's all. And that's the way it's been in this second half. Mopolinski will try again after the rebound by Westerfield, but again, iron and off. No good. Rebound, Kamiakin. 3:47 remaining to be played. Braves 56, Bombers 39. 17-point lead. Arlen to the baseline, outside to Jacob Bilodeau, three.
Kids are loose now.
Bilodeau with 4 3-pointers on the night. This game was designed for him to score. That's the Kamiakin game plan. Left side, Westerfield for the jumper, 14-footer, no good. Rebound, Bradshaw with a turnaround putback. No, it wouldn't drop. And Jacob Bilodeau, another rebound for Kamiakin. 20-point lead for Kamiakin with 3 minutes remaining. Gray to Jacob Bilodeau, to Arlen. Pass intercepted by Bradshaw. Throws it back into play. Picked up by Woodard. Takes it inside. Lay-in is good, and he's fouled by Jacob Bilodeau. Oh, did we get a technical to boot?
Yeah, they just Jacob Bilodeau fouled him on the layup, and he didn't think he fouled him, so he had something to say to the official and got teed up. So it's going to be, he made the basket. Now he's going to get free throw and then 2 free throws, and they're going to get the ball.
So, technical foul called in addition to the personal foul on Jacob Bilodeau. So we will get some action here at the Tire Factory free throw line. But first, I think we're going to go to a timeout. This will be a full 1 minute. Griggs Ace Hardware timeout with 2:55. In fact, we'll make it a media 90-second timeout. With 2:55 remaining, Kamiakin 59, Richland 41. Two minutes, 55 seconds remain to be played. Braves 59, Bombers 41 as we head to the Tire Factory free throw line. And the free throw on the 1-and-1 is no good for Josh Woodard, and I don't understand that. We didn't see any shots for a technical foul.
Yeah, what happened to the technical foul?
Not sure. Apparently it was waved off. Arlen gives it up to Nate Gray Jr. on the wing. In a double team, get it on the baseline to Bilodeau. That's Tyler. Over to Arlen for a three in the corner. Yes!
They tried to double team Bilodeau on the other side. He just skipped it to Arlen in the corner, and he's buried a three.
On the dribble drive, Bradshaw gets tripped up, loses the ball. No foul called. Ball comes up to Springen. He'll hand it off to his teammate, Nate Gray Jr. Gray with the screen and roll by Bilodeau. All the way for a dunk, two-handed. Tyler Bilodeau.
Yeah, it's all the Braves.
Right side, Jordan Valencia Alvarado for a three. It's no good on an air ball. Ball saved from going out of bounds by Woodard, but it goes right over to Kamiakin. Arlen in the front court to Bilodeau. In the corner to Springen. He'll shoot the three. Why not?
They thought Arlen hit it.
67-41, Kamiakin. On the left side, Stroifert for a three. It's no good. Rebound comes down to Bilodeau. Had to fight to hold on to it. Gives it up to Nate Gray Jr. Nate Gray Jr. all the way to the well. Just Springen in the corner. Wait, we have a whistle and a foul ahead of the pass into the corner. So Nate Gray Jr. was fouled, and we will go to the Tire Factory free throw line and shoot 1-and-1. Foul will be called on Gladney, his second. Nate Gray Jr. has not been to the Tire Factory free throw line, and we get another timeout called here. This will be a full 1 minute Griggs Ace Hardware timeout. With $1:31 remaining, Kamiakin 67, Richland 41.
Brunsman's Office Solutions, the leader in innovative workspace design used in the real world. Brunsman's features movable walls and raised flooring systems that bridge the gap between architecture and office furniture. The design team uses the latest in technology that takes your vision and creates the space that works for you. Brunsman's is committed to providing exceptional service and quality products. Shop the online store or visit the showroom in Richland. Go to brunsmans.com. That's brunsmans.com.
Hi, this is Michael McDonald, and I have an Invisalign smile thanks to Zuroff Orthodontics. You know, I wouldn't even consider traditional braces. With Invisalign, you just pop them out to eat, brush, and floss. It took just over a year, and now I share a big smile. No more smirk. So if you've ever thought about it, do it. Call Zuroff Orthodontics in Kennewick and find out more about Invisalign today. Why wait? You've probably been waiting too long already. ZuroffOrthodontics.com. Get a free consult. Zuroff Orthodontics and Invisalign. They will find your real smile.
Nate Nate Gray Jr. at the Tire Factory free throw line. Makes the first, lines up for the bonus after being fouled by Twaze Gladney. And made them both. 7 points on the night for Nate Gray Jr. Kamiakin 69. Braves lead it over the Bombers, 69-41. On the left side, ball stripped in. Stroipert kind of lost the pass over there. Springen picks it up to Tyler Bilodeau at the high post. Across the lane to Gray. To Jacob Bilodeau, and he is fouled by Caden Bradshaw. Number 4 on Bradshaw, and we'll put Jacob Bilodeau at the line, shooting 1 and 1.
Well, the whole story of this fourth quarter is the defense that Kamiakin played in the half court was unbelievable. They just really guarded every kid and didn't give them hardly any shot. They've only scored 4 points in this quarter.
Jacob Bilodeau missed the first on the 1 and 1. Rebound came down to the Richland Bombers. On the right side, Jace Woodard. Jace over to Josh Woodard, and he'll spin dribble all the way to the window. Reverse lay-in is good, and he's fouled.
Yeah, pretty move by Woodard.
Woodard with 19 points on the night can make it 20 at the Tire Factory free throw line. Second foul called on Nate Gray Jr. Yeah, the other thing is just mentally, you could see the Bombers were taken out of their game by that Braves defense. Yeah. And they really struggled to find the offensive, not just the shots, the passes. Arlen, after the inbound pass, will bring it up out of backcourt and fouled by Gladney.
I'm not quite sure why they're fouling, but...
Yes, with 50 seconds left and 25-point lead.
Yeah.
Free throw for Arlen. Good. Now, our only question now is who will be our Xerox Orthodontics player of the game. Second free throw, no good for Arlen. Outside, Jace Woodard wanted the 3, but passed it up. In the right corner, give it up to Jordan Valencia Alvarado for the 3, no good. For the rebound, popped out high to Jace Woodard. Bombers keep it alive. On the baseline, running one-hander for Gladney, no good. Joshua Woodard gets the rebound, and he is fouled. Now we'll go Jacob Bilodeau, his 4th. And we'll go back to the Tire Factory free throw line, and Josh Woodard will shoot 2. Boy, it was such a big third quarter for the Bombers. It's amazing what Kamiakin was able to do to shut down the Bombers in the 4th frame.
Yeah, I think, there's a player of the game. The kids that jump out at you offensively are obviously Tyler Bilodeau and, Trey Arlen. But when you think of it defensively, I think the job defensively that Trey Arlen did on Gladney was really instrumental. And I would probably lean toward him. And he's got 17 points.
So...
Although Bilodeau, I think, has more dunks than he does. I think he has 2-1 or something. Maybe 3-1. But...
Not sure why, but we're back here with a foul on Nate Gray Jr., number 3. And we're back to the Tire Factory free throw line. It must have been after that last free throw that was a miss. So Woodard goes back to the line. Interesting. Missed this one. And will line up for one more, and it's good. So the Braves will inbound with 30 seconds left to play into Tyler Bilodeau. Back to Arlen, and they'll bring it up out of backcourt on a slow dribble over the Cyclops of the midcourt stripe to the right wing. Arlen calls out the play, takes it to the baseline to Jacob Bilodeau, but it's tipped away by Gladney. Gladney bounce pass to Woodard on the right side window, laying up and in.
Nice hustle play there by the Bombers.
70-49, Richland. Braves inbound and hold for the Horn. And Richland falls at home to the visiting Kamiakin Braves. Xerox Orthodontics player of the game, Shell Sun Market postgame show. It's on the way. Final score, Kamiakin Braves 70, Richland Bombers 49.
The action on the court is over, but there is plenty more to come. Final stats, highlights, and your Xerox Orthodontics player of the game on the Shell Sun Market Stores postgame show, streaming live at 610KONA.com on the News Radio.